I can't remember that far back. My dementia's just gone. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round 12, which is season 6 of the FPRL Championship. Tonight we will be taking you round Zandvorrt in the Netherlands. It is the Tier 4 guys on the Sunday nights. It will hopefully bring you some good action. In the comms box tonight is myself, Crossgree, and I am joined by Monkey Boy Kurt. How are you tonight?
Hello, mate. Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much. Hello to all the viewers out there watching tonight. Hopefully, we're going to be in for a good one. Like you say, last race of the week around Zandvorrt. Got quite a good close bunch here in Tier 4. So, as always, expecting a good quali session. I think we've also got someone making their debut tonight in the Mercedes Rare Winter. So, be interesting to see also what he can do as well.
Yeah, it's always good to see these new guys come in, see how they compete with the veterans. So keep an eye on him throughout the quali and see if we can push these guys at the top of the table, as we have about 7 or 8 cars out early, and McVitt is the first one round. So I think we might just take a lap with him, Monkey, if you don't mind, when he gets across the line. Show people this great track.
It's absolutely fine. So yeah, coming obviously on his outlap, making sure those tyres are nice and warm for the start of the lap. It's quite easy to get them warmed up around here. There's a lot of sort of fast corners around here, which definitely gets heating the tyres quicker. Something they're going to have to watch come the race as well. Overheating, they'll have to have those pressures as low as possible, most likely. But here we go, then Vitt coming across the start finish straight to start the first flying lap of this quality session. Break just between the 150 metre board. Into turn 1 he goes, and then there's a slight kick up here before turn 2 to the right, and then the bounce corner of turn 3. Now he wants to take this on this game quite close to that left hand curb as we now approach the end part of sector 1. We'll see what his split time is. It's a 24.4. Good first split time there for Vitt as we now come around. There's almost a double right hander. We've got a real, and he's just literally put a wheel on the grass there. Lost some grip coming into, I believe it was turn number 9, I think, as we come now up to the end of sector 2. We've now got turn 11, 12, 13 and 14 to come. 48.6 on the split. First 11, then 12 back to the left. Be careful on the throttle, you don't want to lose the back end. Just after the 50 metre board break to turn 13, and now floor it to the line. Last corner on the track, the back corner of turn 14. Towards the line he goes. We're hoping for a sub 110, and it is a 109.7 to start off the quali session.
As we have Magic Ram with a 110.1. So as we say, a 109.7 from the guy in P3 in the championship. Do you think that's a good representative time to start him off with?
I think, yeah, it's definitely a good first lap anyway. I think there'll be definitely improvement. But for a first run, when there's no sort of, getting used to the feel of the track first going out, I think that's a good time to come through. We've also got the other likes of the other championship rivals, Blunt Blade, FPRL Fox just behind as well, the 109.8 and the 109.9, so all close together as it normally is. And then Magic Ram, as you say, with a 110.1. But everyone below that, I definitely think can improve on their second runs.
We have our championship leader here just coming up towards the end of sector 2 on his first flying lap. He sets a 48.8 in his second sector, so he is going to be quite in tight. Might be a 10 dead. Just keep watching him here through the last 2 corners. He does have a bit of traffic in front. That might be able to give him a good bit of a slipstream. It is his teammate. This could be quite helpful for Scotsman to see if he can get provisional pole. It's a 10.2. Might not be what he exactly wanted, but it's nice that he is back on the pace, especially after his recent run of form. He hasn't really had the best luck, I would say, in the last 3-4 races. Maybe just take a bit of confidence from that.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. He had a good run of races, like I said, about 4 races ago. Couple of wins was included in that, but yeah, as of late, not had the results that he's wanted. He's still at the top of the standings, but there is, I believe, around 15, 16 points between the top 4 in the standings at this stage, round 12, so it's very exciting. And as we say, that epic Frenchie, a man who got P2 here last season in Tier 4, puts it on provisional pole at the moment with a 109.6, almost 2 tenths in front of everyone else. We've got in the chat as well, Diamond requested a drink, redeem a drink, and Silverside Boy Truthful there. Who is that for, please, matey? If Vic does not dominate, then something is up, considering he says he's on 1.5k laps.
Yeah, we've heard from Vit in the past. He's a bit of a try-hard, we'll say.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Practicing. It's just silly what you hear that he's doing in practice and how many hours he's putting into it. It just looks like there's 3 more guys really just to set their laps. That'll be Steel, Stars, and SF Michaels. So it should be Steel, should be the next one. Sorry, Stars Orphan goes supposedly purple through the first sector. So we'll just keep an eye on him, see how he does for his first lap.
Yeah, he'll be wanting to get within the 48s. That's sort of like a target time here to get yourself up into around about the top 10 at the moment. We saw Scotsman go through just a while ago with 48.8. So if you can do anything like that, 49.2 is going to be around, I would say, around about sort of the Marco kind of area. If he can have a good last sector. Vit said he had 10 laps of fuel on that run. No idea why he put 10 laps of fuel in, unless he's forgot to bring it down. But nevertheless, here comes Stars Orphan. Where can he put his AlphaTauri for now? He puts it P12, just in front of his teammate, David Lolface. He's still got time for at least another 2 runs yet.
And he also gets the bragging rights on his teammate for now, which I don't think David will like. The way it has been for David's season so far. We have Steel, one of the last few to come round. He said a first representative lap time. Just coming through the middle of the second sector, through the double right-hander. Just takes a bit of the grass, which isn't too bad. Up to the tight left. He is just going to keep the car in. Sometimes you can run the wide line, will give you a better exit. DRS open down into turn 11. Cuts the corner beautifully, keeps the car nice and tight onto the power. Gets that power planted down. I always find turn 13 is a bit tricky, Monkey. Do you find that yourself, or?
Yeah, you've really got to brake at the right time. You turn in too early, you get under the curb and it can really throw you off track. And Steel, there you go, goes through. 109.5 takes pole by just under a tenth for Frenchie for now. He's been in good form recently as Steel, had some very good finishes. One, I believe, the other week as well. So he seems to be going well now in the full time Mercedes. But yeah, no, going back to turn 30, you've really got to turn in at the right time. Turn in, like I said, too early. Get on that curve if you need to beat yourself and then go straight on. Or you can just sort of just touch it a little bit. It can also send you spinning, especially if you run no or medium traction. And obviously turning in too late as well. Has the opposite effect. You just sort of lose all that power and sort of speed going down the main straight. So you've really got to get that corner correct. You can definitely lose 2 or 3 attempts if you get it wrong. I also believe marker boards have been taken out. I think it's turn 7, turn 8. I'm not sure.
That could cause a bit of inconvenience for some guys that don't run the racing line, so it might be a bit trickier for them, as we have Tattooed Star 48.2. Didn't quite catch his delta through the second sector. It was just over 2 tenths in the first. So we will just keep an eye on him coming up to the line. So he will be looking, probably try to get into a 108.6, 108.7 here. Would be nice for him. He's coming across the line full power to 108.5. Just a half a tenth off. As close as always in this tier 4 lobby.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think Tattoo Star went really, really well around here in the social races before the start of the season. So I would definitely say that he's going to be up there for contention. Whether or not it's for pole position or if it's the race win later on, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I would have thought people would be starting to come up on their second runs now. Some obviously already have. Rare Winter at the moment sat down in P20. However, he's now 5 seconds up on his time. He's only got 6% battery, so he's probably going to lose quite a bit in the last sector. He's going to have to get this last corner right, which he does do quite well. But now, like I say, he's probably going to lose quite a bit of time. But let's see where he can put it. He will have one more run before the end of the session. And he's up to P15 for now, or 1:10.8, sorry.
Yeah, so I would say that's actually not a bad lap now for not having much battery left through that last sector whatsoever. It is quite crucial going on to them last 2 corners. So we could see a good bit of improvement out of him if he can manage his battery. As we are looking for our next person that's on a lap. It looks like it's one of the Haas's. Should be Skull Kid.
Skull Kid's coming around, yeah.
So he's just coming through the last 2 corners here. And as
there
you
we go.
said earlier, just beats the car on the inside and just pushes the car completely out. Just ruined his lap completely. It's just going to be a one and done thing now for Skull Kid. Get in, new set of tires on, and push for your life. As we still haven't even heard from Gary on who the true leader is.
Hold on, mate. My alarm's going off my flat. Hold on a minute.
Oh god. So we'll just continue and hopefully that's all good. We have Mongo P8 at the minute, just finishing up as he goes pole with a 109.4. He's just under a tenth in front of Steele. And Mongo, if I believe, he's actually been having quite a good run of form. I think it was podium last race, and I think it was P5 or so in the race before. So yeah, he'd be looking to build on that confidence from the podium last week, and it looks like he is. So if he can bring that pace into the race, he could be one definitely to look out for. One to really look out for is going to be Scotsman. If, as we said earlier, he's really, these last 3-4 races, he hasn't had that chance to really extend his lead, and he should be hoping here to try to get maybe top 6 in quali to try to give himself that chance to try to extend it against Bluntblade, which I think is only about 10 points or so. 8 points from him to Bluntblade. As we will have a look at Michaels, who's on his flying lap. He's half a second up, so this will put him in around the 10 dead here at the minutes. Coming through again, the last 2 corners. The upper corner is quite, ran a little wide, but it hasn't affected him too much. Just keep an eye on him. It's a bit wiggly out of the last corner, but he comes across the line with 109.7, so that's quite a good representative time from him. Should have enough time to get back into the pits with 5 minutes to go. And we have Marco, who should be going on his second lap, I think. Coming around, so we'll go on a lap with Marco as everybody else is into the pits waiting to go on to their last one. So here Marco will be hoping that no traffic will come out and get in his way. We have an Alpine just coming out of the pits. Are we all good, Monkey, for now?
We are. I think some toast just got burnt, which is it's never got before, but anyway, we're all good. So yeah, back to watching this one. Oh dear. Yeah, Marco just 3 steps up in the first section, which is Derby has gone wide there. So he's going to lose all that time now, going into sector 2. Comes around now and he can't get on the curb there, just about misses it. I think he's probably going to not be 3 attempts up now. I'll be surprised if he is. Oh, he is still 3 attempts up, so it looks like he's going to have to need all that time to gain even just 1 position. He's got back a good last sector here. He turns in. Doesn't look too bad through turn 13. He's got the battery to get towards the line. He's going to come across now. What's he going to put in? P11, 1 out of 10, 1. Not a bad effort.
Yeah, it looks like he must have had a mistake in his first lap. It's allowed him to kind of stay equal with that mistake that he had made on that lap. So it looks like it could be quali over for him unless he can try to regain his batteries. But from what I can remember, this track is horrible on the battery, that it's so hard to regain it. I don't know if that's just me or you find out yourself, Monkey.
Yeah, it's really difficult. I think it's what contributes to it is there's so many fast corners as well. You know, oh, and Magic Grab flying off. Is he out? Oh, he just about scrapes the barrier and stays in, but I think that's going to be the end of it for him. Yeah, literally flying off there and takes out the 150 marker for good measure. Luckily there, it's not really used by that many people, but he's off again, is he? Oh, no, he's not, but I really think he needs to get that battery to be charging again. He's still got a hot lap, so yeah, he's completely and utterly really ruined his last run here. Got anyone else coming around? Bluntblade's coming onto his lap. David Lowface. Vince coming on.
He's just on the end of the second sector. He was the first one to cross the line with a representative time. He only has 3 tenths to find, and he's found them 3 tenths near just 4 tenths. So this does look like he can't push Mongo down to P2 for now, as the flow comes over with 109.3. So there is still a bit of time for McVitt to find if he does want to try to get pole here. Coming out of the last quarter, power down, probably just enough battery to get him across the line. You should see here 109.5, so maybe the battery did run out just in time for him. He could have lost that bit of time, as we have Marco's retire after.
He's not. He's in the wall.
Ooh. What's happened there then?
Looks like he might have got on the grass and he's just spun the car out. It wasn't in the pits, but yeah, the flow, great lap from him, 109.3. Question is, can anyone beat that? I know Bluntblade's on a lap. As he now comes towards the end, no, he's 2 tenths down, so I don't think he's going to improve it.
The one I find to look out for could be Fox. He's one of these guys, you know, you don't really see him up there, but he's been always in the points all season. And this is basically what's got him P4 in the championship, so maybe he can't see these top guys, P1, P2, P3 in the championship, a bit further down than what you would normally see them. Try to take advantage of this and try to really push himself into this championship battle. Especially with a preferably P1, but even a P2 or P3 on the grid will definitely boost his confidence. As we'll just follow him around on his final lap, as he is just over a 10th up. So he's still got a bit of a chance with the good last sector here, as the Mercedes could be getting in the way here. No, it's plenty of room. He should be actually getting a nice slipstream here with plenty of battery to get to the line. We could be seeing him into P3, P4. Yep, P3, so that's a good showing from the Alfa Romeo gang.
Yeah. Oh, and is that David off? Yeah, I think it is. He almost was in the way there, but he's reversed out of the way now. Right now, as we got everyone else coming now to the air. Bluntblade does not improve in the pits. Where's Scotsman going to do? Scotsman's on a great lap here. What's it going to be? Only P8. And now Steele goes across in P4. Willie Bum's going to come across now. He's invalidated. There's not going to be no improvement for him. We've got Epic Frenchie, who's just a little tiny bit up. What's he going to come and post? Puts a 109.5 in, just only a little bit faster. And I think that's everyone. I don't think anyone else is going to be going round. Yeah, David's done. Skulky's done. And I think that is everything. So Flo with pole position.
Yeah, it's going to be a great showing for the Williams guys, who have Frenchie last week getting good points for them. Now we have the Flo within the chance now, if he can bring it into the race, to push their Constructors' Championship stands a bit further up than what they would like, but definitely a good showing from the 2 Alfa Romeo guys. And McVitt might be a little bit disheartened with his P5, but you know, we've seen him go through the field before, so it does seem like he is stronger in the race than what he is through the quali sessions. just a shout out actually to our debutant, Rare Winter, who's actually P10. So he has found quite a bit of time in his last lap for 109.8.
Yeah, no, definitely great, great quality to get in the top 10 in your first race. So, well done to him. Top 10 step right by half a second. So, as always, like we expect, especially around a circuit like Zandvorrt, where it's only a 108, 109 lap time. Always close. A whole second between, I think, first and 15th. So, the pack is very much close together, and the race to come surely going to be the same. I think Bluntblade would have wanted to be further up there, if I'm honest. You know, P2 in the championship would have wanted a bit better quality session there, as for Scotsman as well, only P8. But yeah, the guys that are third and fourth, which is Vit and Fox, up in fifth and third, they'll be looking to try and overtake Mongo and the Flow and try and get as many points on the board to try and catch those two leading pair at the top of the standings. But yeah, the Flow, great lap from him, and he's going to be starting on pole for Williams.
Yeah, as you say, it was a great lap for the 109.3. Just going into this race, Monkey, for myself, I think it was for yourself as well, we had the wet race. So we were kind of stuck on the same strategies. How do you feel? Do you think this is a one-stop or a two-stop if it does stay dry?
Well, I mean, we're looking at it's loaded up now. We're looking at the clouds, and potentially there could be some rain coming. But I think if it stays dry, I don't know. I mean, I think realistically the strategy to go is medium hard. You can do medium soft if you wish, or hard soft, but the softs, they just get so sort of heated up so quickly, and they sort of drop off after about 5-6 laps really quite a lot. So I would have thought probably medium hard if people were going to do a one stop. But a two stop if you want to go sort of like medium soft or medium soft, that could also be an option. But realistically, I think we'll obviously no safety cars. We'll probably go with one stop of the medium hard. But I'm not so sure if we're going to have a full dry race here with the clouds in the sky. Could be some rain coming. Looks like there might be some lag in the mic. I don't know if you want to press your Xbox button quickly.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem every week. Hopefully that's fixed it.
Someone just tell us if that has fixed it or not. But yeah, collateral adds them in chat. I don't know whether that's what's mine.
Well, for once it's not me, for a change.
Okay, I think it's the Twitch app, to be fair.
Yeah, because you're coming through fine for me, so I don't understand.
Well, I'll take my audio out and then turn it back on again. Okay.
That's just not good enough ads. So it is. Hopefully we'll see you back next week. We'll see. Yeah, as you were saying, it does look quite overcast, so we could see the potential into intermediates.
Yeah, potentially. I've just took my audio off and included it again. I don't know if that's made a difference. If someone can stay in the chat. If not, I might just leave the party quickly if you give me a quick re-invite, and maybe that'll hopefully sort it. I don't know.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it just did look a bit crackly, so we'll try that.
Alright, no worries. I'll leave it and we'll see if it sorts itself out.
I'll try that now, Monkey, see how that is.
Well, we'll try again. I don't know if that's how it sounds now, but it's still bad.
It's still Robocopy.
I want to hear this for
As
myself.
wants to say.
I want to hear this for myself. Little shite. And let's have a listen to this while we're waiting for the guys to start. Oh, bloody hell.
God knows how to even think about fixing this if we can. Normally for me it was just the Xbox button. Done it for me.
Yeah, I know, that's, I mean, pressing it as well, like every sort of 5 seconds, but I didn't see a countdown, did you?
No, I didn't see one. So kind of straight away into our formation lab. So if you want to try to take us through P20 to P10 with your laggy mic, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay, so P20 we have Rainbow in the McLaren. Let's bring up my tyres as well. See what people are on. So he's on the mediums. P19 David Love facing now for Terry. He's on hards. And then in front of him Skulky in the Haas. He's on hards as well. I need one of 2 runners on softs is Sid. He's racing the Alpine tonight. He's P17 and P16 Stars Orphan in the AlphaTauri. Starts on mediums. P15 is TJ on the hards. He starts P15. P14 is Magic Ram on the mediums. P13 and the Haas is Marco. He starts on hards. P12 is Woody Bum. He starts on mediums. And then McLaren, and then P11 Blunt Blade. Second in the championship for Aston Martin at the moment. He starts on mediums. And yeah, I'll hand you back to go through the top 10.
So in P10 we have our debutant in the Mercedes is Rare Winter. In P9 in the Ferrari is SF Michaels. Our championship leader is sitting in P8 at the minute. Do hope he is going to try to improve on that. That is Scotsman. P7 is Frenchie. P6 is Tattooed Star. P5, hoping for a good race, good string of results he's been having, is McVitt. P4 in this second Mercedes is Steele. P3 in the first of the Alfa Romeos is Fox. P2 on the softs in the second of the Alfa Romeos is Mongo, and your pole man for tonight in the Williams is the Flow. We do have a good range of tyre strategies here, so this could really bring it in towards the end of the race.
Yeah, no, definitely. A couple on softs, a few on hards as well. Majority are on mediums, but yeah, going to be interesting to see who can get off the line first. Surely Mongo will take the lead. But yeah, no, it looks like we're going to have Robocop on co-coms for the whole race, unfortunately.
Do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights. And we are away for the Dutch Grand Prix, as it looks like Mongo does get the good start. He does take it down the inside of the Flow. We do have Steele going down the inside of Fox. Can he make that stick? They are still side by side, as we do have McVick going wide out of turn 1. Hopefully he does rejoin pretty safely. Going back, there was a bit of contact with Frenchie, I think that was. He could have lost a bit of an end plate. Yes, he's actually maybe not. He might have got away with that. There was some debris flying. There was a bit of contact going down there. Just going down the field, side by side, we have Rare Winter and Michaels. Rare Winter down the inside and down the inside of Tattooed Star as well. There's a bit of contact. Michaels has burned the brunt of that.
Yeah, end plate's off. I think it was Michael's end plate, and there's a bit of a concertina now happening around from Michael's downwards. And Marco's in P13 trying to get in the action as well, and he's got now Vic trying to fight back through the field. As now Vic goes from 14, trying to now get back up to 12. He tries to get past Sid now, who's on those soft tyres. Can't seem to do anything at the moment, and there's been a little spin at the back there, is there? No, and it's very hectic first lap, and Bloodblade is lost a couple of positions as well. But after the first lap, it is Mongo that leads, and a couple of people come into the pits. We've got 3 people in Steele, Michaels, and I think that's Scotsman as well.
Yes, we have Epic Frenchie going around the outside of Tattoo Star, trying to make use of them fresh mediums against these hard runners. But it will be interesting to see now, will Mongo pull away this gap that he should do with such a tyre advantage for the first 5 or 6 laps? As we look back down the field, it looks like it has calmed down a bit. Everyone is in single file for now. We'll just have a quick look, see who's the biggest winners and biggest losers out of that start. We have Willie Bum, who's up 5 places, and it looks like Steele and Scotsman are the biggest losers out of them all, with Steele losing 12 places and Scotsman losing 10. Both of them obviously had to pit. There must have been a bit of contact between Scotsman and someone else, and it's just giving him probably a slight bit of front wing damage. But around a track like this, you really do need all of that front wing.
Yeah, TJ's battling with Magic Ram for P13, keeps the position for now. Magic Ram has to concede, and as we go towards the end of the second lap, and the flow on those hard tyres, still fighting with Mongo on the softs. And these softs don't go last a lot longer. All the way on to lap 3, they're only lost really effectively in a good state at around lap 6 until they'll really go off. And the flow just needs to keep this gap to Mongo. They're already almost 2 seconds ahead of Fox, which is a fantastic gap already to gain in the first 3 laps. But no, Skull Kid actually starting on the hard tyres as well, so the worst tyres to start on. Up to P11 from P18, up 7 positions, so a good start for him. But like I said, the flow not getting dropped at the moment by Mongo on those soft tyres.
No, it'd be a great confidence booster for the flow, especially starting off pole. He's only lost the 1 position. He probably should have done with such a tyre advantage Mongo had. But yeah, as you say, if he can keep with him for the next 2 or 3 laps, then he'll know in himself that this is going to be, should be an easy overtake on Mongo once his tyres do die off. But it will be interesting just to keep an eye on the battery levels for these guys. As we said earlier, it is very hard to regain your battery, so it's all about now counting the flow, staying behind Mongo, just keep as much of the charge as he can while Mongo has to use his just to defend against the DRS. We look back, there's a bit of a train forming from Frenchie down to Rare Winter. He's up into P6, so that's a great start for the Mercedes driver. Up 4 places as he's had a big wiggle out of turn 3. Shouldn't affect him too much.
Yeah, there goes Steele as well with the fastest lap, obviously pitting on lap 1 on soft tyres. Scotsman actually then on the mediums goes even quicker. But 12.2 as well. And it's down the inside there. Rare Winter on a move on Tattooed Star, trying to make it work, but Tattooed Star's now got the inside line as we now go up towards the end part of sector 2. Rare Winter's going to have the DRS, but so is Tattooed Star. He's just about in it from Fox to front of him. And Rare Winter having a great start to this race. He's like you say, up from P10 to P6. He's on mediums as well, which can go quite a few laps. But now it's who gets the better run, and I have to say it's definitely Rare Winter that's got the better run there, but it looks like Tattoo Star is now on the battery as well, but so is Rare Winter. Is going to pull out to the inside, and Tattoo Star defends, but look at that, just breezes past him, and Rare Winter now up 5 positions in that Mercedes up to P5, having a great start on his first race in FPRL.
Yeah, it looks like he's really in for this, as he's had a big slide into the turn 3. So that does give Tattooed Star the chance to battle around the outside. Rare Winter does keep that position for now. You just look back, it looks like there could be a bit of argy-bargy between the 2 Alpines. I think they've just missed each other. And it looks like Sid's just let Magic Ram go there. Doesn't want to hold up his teammate. Wants to let Magic Ram have a good go at TJ. Yeah, this is probably one of the times now in the past 3 or 4 weeks that Blunt Blade, you know, when Scotsman hasn't had them good races, Blunt Blade just hasn't been able to capitalise on that. So he's just probably going to be hoping now is his time, that just all he needs is 8 points. And he will be tied championship leader, but obviously he'll be looking for more than that. So he's just probably going to try to hunker down, be consistent, just try to stay out of any trouble if there is any in front of him.
Yeah, but he's got to try and stay in this DRS zone, and currently just about is doing that in front of Tattooed Star. He has got DRS at the moment, as Tattooed Star and Rare Winter once again have another battle now into turn 1 again. And side by side, Tattooed Star on the inside, and now he's going to have the outside line. Is there going to be any contact? Good race at the moment from the pair. We go into turn 3, the Tattooed Star on the inside again now, and just cuts back in front as Rare Winter. A great little battle between them two. It allows Blunt Blade in 7th to now get up into this, now make it a 3-car battle. and he'll be wanting to get past as soon as possible. I think also as well in front of the flow was definitely somewhere, lost some time. He was just behind Mongo. Now his teammate Epic Frenchie has got past him and holds P2 with Mongo over 1.8 second lead. But this is where these soft tyres are now going to start dropping off. Around about lap 6, lap 7, we should really see Epic Frenchie and Flow now starts to close that gap to Mongo. And Rainbow's retired from the session. That's going to be a safety car, a virtual safety car for now anyway.
Virtual safety car lap 6. Do you think Mongo should be getting off them softs?
I think so. I think I'll come in. Virtual safety car. I think I would come in, and that's what he's doing.
Will anybody follow him just to try to take that slight advantage that they will get with the VSC? It looks like no one will. We're going to have new leader of the race. It's going to be Epic Frenchie. Bit interesting though, he's down to 16% battery. So will he try to even think about playing the team game here and let the flow pass and just try to work together? That would, if Frenchie could stay in Flow's DRS, he could gain a bit more battery and try to just pull away from this main field, barring any other incidents and safety cars.
Yeah, TJ's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lanes. He's also got a front wing change. But he's going to serve it under the VSC, so he's not going to lose as much time as he would normally. I guess he is still out. Surely it's going to be ending very, very soon. It will be interesting to see if everyone can keep pace and keep under the delta. If we're going to have any drive-throughs for anyone. It's still not come off yet. It's a very long virtual safety car. Yeah, look, Mongo is now up into he's in P10. And he's only, if you look at the time now, 13 seconds off the lead on fresh hard. So that's really benefited him. But realistically, can he take those tyres if there's no safety cars for 29 laps? It's going to be very difficult around here. But he's definitely got a massive net lead if he can do that.
We have Tattoo and Rare Winter again battling side by side as Tattoo goes down the inside of turn 1, doesn't even give Rare Winter the sniff. Blunt Blade will be looking for that chance, but it just looks like he's backed out of it for now, just biding his time as his teammate McVitt coming down the inside of turn 3, trying to make sure they don't have any contact. McVitt just smartly backs out of that one as well. You know, these Aston Martin guys, they're top of the Constructors' Championship. I don't think they want to ruin that anytime soon.
No, they won't want to do that, but they are obviously both fighting. Oh, Vic, it's a big slide there. But manages to keep it all together on the track. But what I was going to say was that they're both fighting for that Drivers' Championship. So, you know, whether or not they're going to play a team game here, it's second and third in the championship is a question that needs to be asked. I can see them probably fighting because they both want to try and get, especially where Scotsman is at the moment, we want to get as much points as they can for each other. Let's go back to the two Williams at the front. Within a second is the Flow. Both Williams 1 and 2 at the moment. And looking quite comfortable at the moment, but obviously everyone else has got to pit. Mongo now, have a look at that. Mongo's now 11 seconds behind, so he's already gaining on his front two by 2 seconds in like 1.5 laps.
It just does show how much the tyres are falling off. And again, we have Rare Winter down the inside of Tattoo Star, so it looks like this could be a thing for this race. Just using the DRS off each other into turn 1 and try not to lose as much time to try to catch up to Fox, which it looks like they're doing, just under 2 seconds behind Fox. So if Rare Winter can get into his DRS, then we are really going to be in for a 4-car battle for third. Maybe even want to call it a 5-car battle with Willy Bum just tagged onto the rear.
I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if there's any contact, but Willy Bum and Vic did very well to avoid him. They're having a good battle for quite a few laps. I don't see if there was any contact in him and Tattoo Star, but he's down to P10, back down to where he started. You just got to make sure he doesn't overheat those tyres, but which was, you know, what was going to be a great race as it stood at the moment for Rare Winter. Now he's got to start all over again.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate now for Rare Winter. He was having a great drive for the first 10 laps, great battles, and it just, I don't know, to me it just looked like the car just span on him on the entry to, I think it's 8, the very quick right-hander. The way the car turned, it didn't look like there was anything around him, as we have a spinner on the exit of 14.
Steele.
S-
Steele's out.
Steele's out, and Magic Ram's no front wing. What's happened there? A severe collision, 5-second penalty for Magic Ram.
Yeah, Mr. Full SC as well, full safety car. Now, Mongo will inherit the lead, but question is, really now that's really sort of affected his strategy, because now the likes of Frenchie and the Flow can come in and get obviously a pit stop. I mean, Epic Frenchie is the person that this benefits the most. Because obviously the Flow, if he stops, will have to go on to mediums, and whether I don't think mediums go 26 laps. But under a safety car for a couple of laps, you know, the hards can potentially go 24. So after the safety car comes in, Epic Frenchie is loving this at the moment. Still a long way to go, but he's surely going to be in now. And the fact is as well, if the Flow wants to pit, he's going to have to stack behind his teammate. So what will he do here?
Well, I think he has to pit. As I say that, he drives on by. So I think, as you've rightly pointed out, he would have had to go into the mediums, and he knows that he wasn't able to bring them to the end. So I think he's just going to try to maybe just play the team game here, as we don't even have many.
That is interesting. Frenchie not opted for the hard tyres, going on a set of softs. Interesting strategy that, as a gamble, but it pays off. Fair play to him.
Yeah, for me, I think the hards were 21 laps or so. That was without the safety cars. So you say we get under green again, 24 laps to go. You know, it is, yes, you're probably going into puncture territory, but to me it'd be a risk worth taking. You know, you still have the fresher tyres than Mongo. And you know he's the one that's going to be in danger of the puncture before you are. Yeah, definitely an interesting one to keep an eye out for. So we're probably just going to go soft mediums. But even then, can he bring his mediums to the end?
Yeah, it's a question that obviously we have to ask. I don't know. I don't personally know if I would have gone soft, but we'll see if it works. The Flow now, any of these guys that haven't pitted, if they pit now, they're just going to go down to, well, at least P sort of 10, P11. So they're really, I think that we're going to see them staying out. But the people that I'm a bit surprised that Blunt Blade and Vit, obviously on the mediums, I thought they would have, at least one of them would have stopped. I can maybe understand the hard runners staying out for a bit longer, but the medium runners, yeah, they're not going to have a lot of life left. There's Marco looks like he's going to come in, so he's going to lose quite a few positions now.
Yeah, to me, I'd say there's probably about 4 or 5 laps probably left in them mediums before they really will start to die off. Especially now, I thought this would have been a perfect opportunity to go on the hards and take that risk. As you see, we'll just again have a little look at who's the biggest winners out of everything so far in the first 12 laps. And that would be Bluntblade, up 9 positions from P11 to P2. Maybe he's just thinking track positions a bit more key than what, well, I was going to say that what anything, but to me I find this a bit of an easier track to overtake on. I thought maybe get onto them hards in around now and make the most of them.
Yeah, I think I would have got on that as well, but obviously that's what they've decided to do. They're going to stay out. Surely they're going to have to hope for another safety car very soon, otherwise they're really just going to lose all that time when it comes to the last stages. I think we're going to be going one more lap at this rate, as David is quite a bit off the pack. So it looks like we'll be getting restarted on lap 13 going into 14 now.
Yes, that's going to give guys like Mongo just that extra lap to preserve the tyres. Try to, where am I? This one. Try to bring the hards to the end on such a long strategy that he has went for at the minute. Yeah, as you say, round for another lap. So anyone impressed you so far? Obviously we had Rare Winter, he was a bit unlucky, but anyone apart from him?
I mean, Skulky's had a good start to the race. You look at his position changes. He's still up 8. He's obviously pitted as well onto fresh softs. We'll see what he can do with them. He's got a penalty though for his troubles, which is going to hinder him a little bit. So 5 seconds. So whenever he stops again, he's going to serve that. Other than that, really, I mean, everyone's sort of gained a few, or everyone's that have obviously lost them have obviously done it through collisions. One person I'd look at though, if there's no more safety cars, is like we say, we'll go back to Red Winter and Willy Bum. They're on the hard tyres and they're on the freshest hard tyres. So they've probably got the biggest chance of going to the end. Obviously, no Mongo's on hard as well, but this is 6 laps old. So obviously, that's going to be quite difficult for him. So yeah, I do think Willy Bum and Red Winter, if we have no more safety cars, could be ones to watch here. Potentially, but it all just depends if they can keep the life from the tyres. Safety car should be coming in this lap now, as Dave is just getting onto the back of Magic Ram now.
Yeah, we've already seen how well Rare Winter does. How well Rare Winter does get through the pack in them first 5 or 6 laps. So he will definitely be one to watch out for, as you say. So we will keep an eye on him as he progresses through the field. So safety car gets away from the field. It's all now down to the flow when he goes. For me, I would just try to bring this as long to the line as you can. You don't want anyone into your slipstream at all, and he goes early enough. So it does look like he's actually caught the flow or blunt blade out a touch.
He's done well there
already.
Yeah, done well, and we should. I think we're going to see Frenchie storm through this field now with those fresh softs. But it looks like he was asleep actually as well, as he was quite a bit far behind Monk on that restart.
As we have Rare Winter trying to already look down the inside of Willy Bum. He's really not one to take his time here. He just wants to get through this field as quick as he can. As long as he can make the right moves and make it clean, free to do that. And it looks like he's been doing that so far this race. As he's looking down the inside of the fast right-hander, just sticks the nose in and thinks better of it. Maybe better off waiting his time here to down the start-finish straight against Willy Bum, as we have Skullkid just nearly touching him at the back. I think Skullkid's just had to take a void in action on that one. I think he's just outbroke himself, as it looks like we have had Magic Ram make a slight mistake at the very back of the field, but we'll go straight back to the front, where it looks like the Flow's made a second out on a blunt blade so far, both on the same age of tyres, but obviously Flow has the hards on, so he should be still going for about another 6 or 7 laps that the pace should be okay on.
Yeah, it should be. But I mean, Frenchie's trying to get through this sort of train now. It's been caused through Tattoo Star, actually. I thought it was Vitt at first, but Tattoo Star got a little train behind him. Blunt Blades created a little bit of a gap in the flow, also a bit of a gap to Blunt Blade. But I mean, Frenchie's just trying to get past, and he knows that he needs to get past soon. His tyres are 4 laps old, probably realistically only 2 laps old because we've been behind the safety car, but he needs to get through quickly, otherwise they will start to pop off at quite a fast pace. Mongo as well, you know, only 8 laps on those hards and just can't seem to find an opening. He might have to wait for DRS Frenchie, but he's just been a DRS train as well. Just behind as well. I mean, it's a massive train here. I mean, Willy Bum as well, and Rare Winter having another battle still. Rare Winter trying to look for a gap, but just can't find it. And then we've got Mongo now has been overtaken by Epic Frenchie, so he's made the first move that he needs to do. Now he needs to get onto the back of Vitt, which he should be able to do easily. Vitt now on 14 lap old mediums, and they should really be going off now. As Frenchie now coming along, and I think he's going to take P4 here as well. He goes for a move, and Vitt shuts the door. And yeah, Frenchie has to slow down and has to try it again at another point in this lap.
Yeah, don't know how that looked to yourself, but it didn't look like Vitt done much wrong there. He stuck to his line, and Frenchie, I don't know if he got a bit spooked or whatever. It didn't look like too much in that one. I thought that would have been a pretty simple overtake for Frenchie to try to push through this field. As we have McVitt straight onto the back of Tattooed Star. So it looks like Vitt still has the pace in these medium tyres. You would have thought they would have kind of started dying out now, but we've had the safeguards. Frenchie is looking to stick the nose up the inside. Can Mongo take advantage of that? He is looking down the inside of Frenchie, can't make that move stick. It's actually interesting how much battery Frenchie's already used trying to get through this gap. It just hasn't worked. 15% battery already.
Yeah, and I think Fox is getting a bit impatient now. He's trying to get past his teammate, tried to have a go there around turn 11, which is an optimistic place to try and make a move, but couldn't do it getting done. Willie Bum now is onto the back of him as well, but it looks like Fox got so much more front line, straight line speed, should I say, as Tatatu Star now battling with Frenchie. Frenchie finally makes that move for P4, and now he's going to be on the back of it. But I'll tell you one thing, if there's one thing this Rare Winter does like, he likes a good dive bomb, had a good dive up into turn 8, turn 9 of the last lap on Willie Bum. I'm wondering if he's going to try and do that again this time around as we approach that area of the circuit very shortly.
Yeah, it's just as you were saying about the two Alfa Romeo guys, as it looks like all race where Winter's rear end has been all over the place, as we have Michael's side by side with Rare Winter going through turn 10. There's a bit of contact there causes Michaels to lose the rear end, which is going to get Scotsman into this battle. So it's going to be Scotsman and Michaels down in side by side turn 11. Michaels goes a bit deep. Scotsman goes the undercut, makes a bit of contact, puts Michaels out onto the curb.
Yeah, I don't know about that, to be honest. It was a bit of a sort of shoved his way through, but we'll take it for now. Scott's nothing to the point. Oh, no, he's off! It's TJ. TJ's lost his front wing and just seemed to lose the back end and went into the wall. I don't know how he hasn't lost his wheel, but he's off. Got no front wing, and yeah, that was. I'm really surprised that TJ is not out of this race.
I take it that was coming out of the last corner.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, gets out of the way, David. But oh, yeah, we've got a yellow flag. I don't think it's going to be. I'm not sure he's got a puncher as well, but he really smacked that wall.
He looks okay. It looks like it's just front wing damage. Probably the luckiest boy on the planet at the minute. So he'll be definitely looking for another safety car to come out in this race to give him a chance to get back into these points. It's interesting. The flow just over a second, so we are going to start seeing these mediums die off in the next 1 or 2 laps. Can he try to push out that gap? As we have Willie Bum and Rare Winter down in Mongo. Mongo's very slow. I don't know what's happened there, if he's been pushed out wide, but it's everybody's taking him now. You've got Scotsman and Michaels.
Yeah, just want to be careful he doesn't make any contact, and he's going to have like Michaels all over the back end now. Surely will make a move into turn 1. Who's later on the brakes? It's Michaels in this situation, but he doesn't carry the speed. And Mongo keeps it around the outside as they now go into turn 2. You've got to be careful here. Oh, and he almost lost it there. Got a bit on the grass and couldn't really stop the car. I was lucky that Mongo just about made the corner before he made contact with the rear tyre, as Marco now trying to make a move on Michaels, but doesn't look successful on this occasion. At the moment, we've still got this train. At the moment, as it stands, it still looks like Woody Bum. There's no safety cars yet. Looking in okay contention at the moment. Question is now, we're at half distance. When does the people like the Flow, Blunt Blade, Vit, when do they pit? That is the question.
Yeah, for Blunt Blade, he'd be just trying to look at a gap, I would say, to try to get himself into. Which probably going to have to be down in P16. It looks like probably just in behind the Alpine if he does pit now. But the Flow, he could probably go another 2 or 3 laps, as we do have Tattooed Star and McVitt Tattooed Star and McVitt in the pits. So it's interesting there, Tattooed Star only bringing his hards 19 laps. So he should be just going straight on to the mediums, which he does. 16 laps on the mediums, or 17, sorry, should be pretty doable for him. We'll just keep an eye on him if there's any undercuts into that field, because we do know how much they were holding themselves up with that train.
Yeah, I don't know how Vic got a 3-second penalty coming into the pits. There's no corner there to cut, and they've got a thing on this game where if you sort of cut across the pit lane line too quickly, but he's got 3 seconds coming into the pit lane. Don't know how. But yeah, I mean, Vit and Tattoo Star come out in that position. It begs the question there, Blunt Blade and Flow aren't going to come out a lot farther ahead, so they've really I'm wondering if the Flow here might decide, if he's got the tyre life, to sort of maybe stick it out until there's another safety car, because he's going to be down in around P15, P14 if he pits, which he did. He's coming in now. So does Blunt Blade, plays the dummy, doesn't come in the end, and Epic Frenchie now takes the lead. Blunt Blade's going to fight it back, but still 20 laps old. I think those soft tyres are just still a little bit quicker than Blunt Blade. He just take the lead for now, but it won't be for long.
No, as you said, one of the guys to look out for was Rare Winter. He's got past Willie Bum. He's had to make another pit stop, so I don't know if there was any contact there. He has had to go into another set of the medium tyres. So Rare Winter here does look pretty good. Really, there is no one behind him that's really got a chance, that still doesn't have to pit, unless these guys can try to push out their mediums that are already 10 laps old, another 16 laps, which is going to be pretty hard to say the least.
Yeah, well, the foe 18 seconds behind the leader on fresh mediums. Rare Winter is on. There's a yellow flag, Magic Rally's off, but yeah, the Flow is around 18 seconds behind the leader, so he's around 15 and a half seconds behind Rare Winter. He's got to gain about a second a lap if Rare Winter is to stay out. Fox is into the pits already. Only 10 laps he's into the pits. Scotsman into the pits as well. You can understand that on soft tyres. He's going to go mediums to the end. It looks like. So really on that basis, Frenchie should be in soon. And Blunt Blade still taking those mediums. 21 laps at the moment. But Rare Winter at the moment now into the podium places.
Yeah, it's maybe just a thing that we want to split up the strategy on the two sets of mediums, just to make sure. Then again, you could have waited another couple of laps, made sure you had a better tyre advantage going in towards the end of this race. But interesting to see Blunt Blade with them 21 lap old mediums. I wouldn't have thought they would have. They must be in puncture territory now, I would say.
Yep, I would have thought so. Nigel Peel in the chat saying he can only imagine there's rain forecast. Well, I mean, that's what I'm thinking currently. I mean, Fox comes into the pits, only 10 laps on those mediums, very early to come in for another set. So, but there again, if there was rain forecast, surely you'd try and stick it out until the rain potentially. But maybe it's going to come right at the end of the race. We won't know until that happens. But looking back at the gap again, we'll go back onto the Flow. 17 seconds now. He's gained a second in that lap, and it means he's also gained a second on Rare Winter. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting as this race unfolds. Epic Frenchie surely can't go on much longer on those softs.
No, definitely. I think these top two guys have to pit him within their next 1 or 2 laps to try to even regain some of the time. Give themselves about 10 laps to try to battle through the field. You know, they might see that they're still pulling away from some of the guys in the midfield. Someone like Stars, someone like David, try to push into that gap. But that's going to need a lot of a push to try to find that gap. Looks like everything's calmed down for now. As I say, that David and McVitt and the Flow. So McVitt's trying to push through, and he gets a bit of contact with David into turn 10. It's hard to say there was a gap that was really there, but it looks like McVitt's going to be under pressure now from the Flow. These two guys, just after their pit stops, want to try to have to push through this field as much as they can to try to pick back onto the podium, maybe even the win. McVitt just down the inside of turn 13. The Flow will just follow. David pretty smartly knows that's not his fight. Just let them go.
Yeah, as we see, Blunt Blade and Epic Frenchie into the pits, and there goes Vit and the Flow, and so does Fox as well for that matter. So look at this now, what a battle this is going to be. We've got Vit, Fox, Flow, Tattoo Star, and Epic Frenchie and Blunt Blade all together. Even Scotsman now, only 2 lap olds mediums. There's only a couple of seconds by, and there's someone. Oh, a rear windows off.
Oh!
I think
We've seen
that is
it
his chances
already.
gone. That's his chances of victory gone now.
I think he's just got too little rear wing on his setup. We've seen it all race. His rear end's been everywhere. I think that's obviously what's caused that mishap. So he's going to be straight under pressure from Stars Orphan. Rear Winter is going to have to try to look after his tyres now. They are going to have to be overheated after that spin. But that really does bring now McVitt, Fox and the Flow and even Tattoo Star now into contention. They can try to catch up with Mongo as we have Michaels into the pit for a brand new set of mediums.
Yeah, mediums. Oh,
McVitt's retired.
It's retired. Is that a safety car? I can't see what's happened. Has he been tagged?
Full
I think he's
safety
been
car.
tagged.
I didn't see anything.
I think he's been tagged. I think someone's gone to battle with him into turn one because his car is literally well, the dot on the mini map on the track map was just before the entry to turn one. So I don't know if someone has tagged him round and he's gone left into the barrier. No idea. I don't know if that's maybe a wheel disconnection or something.
Yeah, Pickles just said in the chat he's crashed on the straight. Obviously, I think I might have caught it on stream, but just didn't actually see it. That's a weird one. But now we'll really see now Fox and the Flow, and even Frenchie now back into this here. These guys from P5 to P9 are going to be loving this.
They are, but I think Mongo can, under a safety car, can pit here and potentially still be within that sort of fighting pack on fresh tyres. I don't know so much for Marco and their winter. They can pit, but they won't be up with the likes of the Flow, Fox, Epic French and all that. But here comes Mongo onto a fresh set of medium tyres, and I think he's going to keep the lead here. Fox and the Flow decide to pit as well. A lot of people decide to pit. The Tattoo Star stays out. So does Epic French. So does Blunt Bay. But Mongo now on fresh tyres comes out in P4. I don't know if Scotsman got through that just. He might. Doesn't look like he's giving it back. So it looks like Scotsman just about got past him on the pit exit.
He's a lucky boy for now. One night really to watch out for, I think, is Blunt Blade. You know, it's 2 lap old tyres. You give it, could be maybe a 3 lap safety car with how spaced out the pack are. You know, so you're going to say probably 8 or 9 hard laps on these soft tyres. It's definitely doable. Just, can he get past Frenchie and the Tattoo Star as soon as he can and try to build up the gap before the tyres do eventually try to fall off in the last 2 or 3 laps?
Yeah, Nigel's saying everyone pits. I mean, a lot of people have, but those people down in P10, P11, P12 have got to fight through so many drivers, and by the time they get even near to the front, they haven't got the track position. Those tyres will probably be very worn. I mean, Mongo looks like a good favourite here. So does Epic French, only having 2 laps on his mediums. And Red Winter again, despite his earlier spin, could have a bit of redemption from this safety car. He should be faster than the majority of people in front of him. It's going to be a very interesting last 10 laps. I mean, Marco, in fact, he's had a good race. He's up in P8 on a fresh set of softs. He's got no penalties to his name either, and he's actually up 5 places as well. So, you know, he could potentially have a good end to his race. 9 laps to go now, and we probably might even have another lap before it comes in. The Sid and TJ are quite a way off the back of the pack here.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be quite close here. And if we do get another lap, that's just going to fall straight into Blunt Blade's advantage. We will know probably. It could be one of them ones where it could be a late call. It does look like Sid and TJ are starting to ramp up the pace to catch up to this pack.
Yeah, I think TJ will catch up, but I don't know about Sid, maybe.
See, position changes at the minute. So yeah, we've Blunt Blade. He's up eight positions now. He's been always been thereabouts this race, it seems. You know, he's a bit weird with the strategy, but it looks like it has paid off with him. So he was a bit unlucky. He's had to pit a lap before the safety car. You know, P3 still fresh mediums, or sorry, fresh softs. Can't go wrong with that.
No, definitely not. In the chat, I don't know if you've seen it, Crossbury, but Vit saying that Fox has gone into the back of him and put him in the wall. That'll be an interesting one for the stewards to look at.
That's what. That was under safety car, I take it.
No, I think that's what caused the safety car. I think when Vit went out, I think he's getting him in the back, coming down the straight, and put him in the wall.
Not what you want to see. Yeah, we are going to go for one more lap under safety car. That will give us, what's that, 7 laps of racing. As we have a big bunch up of the pack into turn 1. Monkey, who would your money be on now? Seeing how everything's panned out, where the pace really does lie with these tyre strategies. What are we thinking?
I generally think, especially for the guys at the front, there's not going to be a lot of overtaking, I don't believe, in the first 3 laps, because it's quite difficult to overtake around here apart from the DRS zones. So Mongo, I think, will be the fastest driver, but I don't think he's going to have time to actually make any overtakes to around like 31. I'm gonna say Epic Frenchie here. I'm gonna say Epic Frenchie holds it out and will take victory. Mongo only 2 lap old tyres behind the safety car, but I think Frenchie, just with that extra bit of track position, I think he should dispatch a Tattooed Star, who's on 8 lap old mediums. Yeah, I'm going to say Frenchie for the win and maybe Mongo to finish maybe in second, as it stands at the moment.
That's what Monkey thinks. We've got 7 laps to see how this all pans out, as the safety car is going to start pulling away from the pack. It's now all up to Tattooed Star, who will take control of this whole pack. We've seen earlier that, I think it was Mongo went early. Will Tattooed Star go early again and catch out the rest of the pack, or will he leave it too late to make sure no one has that chance into turn 1? As we are just coming out of the final corner now. Tattooed Star just playing the long game as he does go now. Doesn't look like he's caught out Frenchie by too much, but looks like Blunt Blade's actually been caught out quite a bit from that there. Mongo has had a look down the inside of Scotsman, but thinks better of it coming into the first corner. Just looking down the field, it looks like everybody has got through pretty clean. Doesn't look like there's too much in behind that's happened.
Yeah.
Back to our race leader.
No dives to position on that first corner of the restart. Like I say, pretty clean and pretty sort of single file really, but Frenchie's now got to keep the tactic start, and then when he gets that DRS he should really easily make a move for the lead. But Blunt Blade also holding on the back at the moment. He's probably just about got the better tyres for now. As Scotsman, look at Mongo on those fresh mediums round the outside now. And surely, is he already made a position up into 4th? On the outside is Scotsman, tries to hold it. And Mongo just cuts in front, and a great move there from the Alfa Romeo into 4th. And I'd said that he should have the better tyres. We're up to 6th as well.
It looks like these 2 guys are going to try to get through this pack as quick as they can.
3 wide into turn 1, 3 wide into turn 1.
Ooh, as we have Epic Frenchie go a bit wide, looks like there's a bit of contact with Tattooed Star on the exit just by running wide. So that's giving Blunt Blade the lead of this race. Tattooed Star has went down into P3. That is a great bit of racing from Blunt Blade. Now it's all about, can he try to create that gap before his tyres do slowly fall off. About the last 1 or 2 laps should be when we will see these medium runners have the advantage on the tyres. As we have Mongo right on the back of Scotsman, he'll be looking to dispatch him straight away. So it looks like Scotsman's actually got past him again, probably down in turn 1 it looks like.
Yeah, I think it was, and Mongo wouldn't have wanted that. But he's going to have to try and get back past as soon as possible. But the DRS probably going to come out the next lap. Bluntblade only half a second in front, but Tattoo Star now has dropped off the pack. Now this is vital for Frenchie and Bluntblade. They've got a bit of leeway now, and I think potentially that leeway could actually probably do a lot of good in the latter stages. Scotsman now up into P3. It looks like maybe he got let through there by his teammate. Oh, and he missed his braking bite, Mongo. And there's a bit of carnage. Tattoo Star is out. Is that going to be another late safety car? Oh, and there's a pile up as well. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's just looked like Mongo has outbraked himself. I don't know now if Tattoo Star might have moved across in the braking zone. Can't say for sure. Now that's really opened everything up again.
Oh,
now,
God.
It was about 4 or 5 cars into that one. We'll see into the pits. Straight on for a set of softs if they do have.
Oh, all day long that was Mongo's fault. There's no point of denying it. Completely lost the braking, missed the braking or whatever. I don't know. Tattoo Star just let his teammate through on the straight, and I don't know what's happened there, but yeah. Bluntblade now, surely he can't pit. He'll lose so many positions unless he gambles that everyone else comes in for fresh tyres. But by the time we get going again, there's only like what 2-3 laps. Surely he can't come in. And
it's definitely not worth it. He'd be down in the last. It's too much for him to gain if no one else pits. So now Bluntblade has the advantage over the rest of the field. Should get 3 laps of racing to bring us to the end of this Dutch Grand Prix. We have 5 cars into the pits that were involved in that turn 1, just showed up to the incident and basically had nowhere to go. He was very unlucky. I seen one of the Ferraris, which was TJ. He was battling side by side, and it was just unfortunate Tattoo Star was on the inside of the apex and TJ just straight into him. There was nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, literally probably wouldn't even see it. Just a car on the racing line at turn 1, not what you want to see on a restart. Well, sorry, just after a restart. Mongo, like I said, favourite to maybe take the victory. Now at the back on fresh softs, so completely ruined for him. None of those guys on the softs, the fresh softs, 12th downwards, are really going to have any impact on the leaders. There's 2 little laps left. I tell you what though, Rare Winter's still there. He's 4th at the moment. He's got the freshest medium tyres, so who knows? He can still get on the podium here.
Yeah, we've seen he can make a move pretty easily around this track. It's just, can he keep his back end in check? He's already had 2 instances where the back end stepped out. He has spun. As he nearly goes into the back of Scotsman as we are saying that. Yeah, another late safety car. Really will throw up a few. That word that's lost me. Yeah, late safety car here.
Got to be careful there, the guys at the front. They're braking to get heat in the tyres, but almost going in the back of each other into turn 1 there. Scotsman's tyres now 11 laps old. You would have thought that he could be under pressure from everyone behind him. And the flow as well. I mean, I think the flow, he came in for softs at the last safety car, didn't he? And he was leading for a lot of this race, but he's finds himself down in P8 now, unfortunately for him. But yeah, at the moment, Bloodbade's up 10 positions. But Rare Winter on his debut is up 6 and in 4th. I think I should really stop saying what I think is going to happen because it just going the other way. Potentially, Rare Winter, I would have thought it's going to be all over the back of Scotsman come these last few laps. And I think we're only going to have one lap of DRS, which will be the final lap of the race.
Yeah, just quickly shadows that message in the chat. It looks like Vet got tagged going into turn 1 and it's just put him into the wall. It just, I think it's turned off his front wing or his front wheel, and that was it for him. So again, with it's going to be 3 laps to go, Blunt Blade will dictate the pace on the last safety car restart. We won't get any more safety cars or virtual safety cars from this point onwards. As he sticks the overtake on, he should be ready to go pretty soon. And away he does go, and it looks like he's caught out Frenchie pretty well, and Scotsman hasn't been caught out, so Scotsman is going to be right on the back of Frenchie going into turn 1, as is Rare Winter. Scotsman does think better of it, just probably didn't get the run that he thought he could have. As we just look down the field, again it looks like it's been a pretty good restart from the rest of the field, as there's a bit of contact actually between the Haas and the AlphaTauri of Stars Orphan. Looks like there was just a touch of contact. It's 4 Stars Orphan into the wall. And we will go back up to the front. We will see, can Rare Winter get past Scotsman? He was looking down the inside, I think it was, of turn 8. Thought better of it. It's quite a hard corner to even think about making a move, let alone make that move.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to stay with him, maybe have a go on the last lap, coming across the line potentially. But Blunt Blade's got another virtual, but almost a second on Epic Frenchie. But 10-lap-old softs, I mean, a lot of them's been served behind the safety car, so maybe they're not as bad as they seem. But Frenchie was second here last season. He'll want to try and get a win, but it might be P2 again this season. As Rare Winter now, here he is now in the slipstream of Scotsman. Is he going to take the dive on lap 35? Does. Scotsman leaves the room as he got the drive to get the traction. As we go into turn 2, these two fighting for the last podium place. There's contact, and there's just a little bit. Oh, there's more contact. Look at Winnie Bum round the outside of both of them. What a
Oh, Scotsman's in the wall!
Oh no! Oh no! I have to say, what a move from Winnie Bum. But I think, I don't know, was there contact there, or was he just got on the traction too quickly, Scotsman? But he's in the wall and out of the race, and Blunt Blade's going to be loving it. He's going to be taking the championship lead now.
Yeah, this is the first time in 4 weeks. Sorry to say, but Scotsman hasn't had the best of his luck, and it just has been poor luck for these last 4 weeks, and Blunt Blade now has finally been able to take advantage of that luck, and we should be seeing a new championship leader tonight, barring any mistakes from Blunt Blade coming on to the last lap. Yeah, just going back to that incident, it looked like there was a bit of contact between Rare Winter and Scotsman going into turn 3. It seemed like Willie Bum got the drive, as you said. Maybe Rare Winter was a bit pinched and there was nowhere for him to go. Maybe could have backed out of it. He let them two go on ahead side by side. But we will see, as it will probably go to the stewards.
Yeah, I think Willie Bum obviously scored an opportunity, took it, went around the outside and almost Rare Winter got a bit sandwiched, I think, between the pair. Didn't really help the situation, but that's no fault of Willie Bum. He's just gone for a move that's sort of presented itself to him. But look at this now, Blunt Blade and Epic French on the final lap. It looks like it's going to be Blunt Blade's race, but it's still half a lap to go. And the question is also, who's going to have that final podium place? Is it Rare Winter or Willie Bum? Willie Bum at the moment just about holding on. But Rare Winter's now got DRS, he loses it again. You can see how much he's throwing that car around to try and get it, but I think Willie Bum now has got this just about.
Yeah, as we have Blunt Blade now, just coming around the last 2 corners, just taking nice and easy. Knows Frenchie's nowhere in this race anymore. So we have Blunt Blade back on the top step of the podium for your Dutch Grand Prix in
Rare Winter!
FPRL Tier 4.
Rare Winter's going to get him on the line! He's got him!
Oh, he does! Half 100. I'm so pissed off that I missed that. As we have a Ferrari of TJ.
50,000. Bloody hell. What an end. And he gets his podium on his first race at FPRL.
What a drive from that man with 2 spins. But as we said, Blunt Blade in P1 takes the race win, and we have Epic Frenchie P2 in the Williams, and our debutant in the Mercedes, Rare Winter, taking P3 by just under half a tenth. What a drive from that man.
Yeah, great race in the end. I mean, I haven't got excited that much about a race for quite a while. That was a great last 10 laps, especially. But yeah, fair play to Rare Winter. First race, qualified P10, but he's really got some good race pace. And like we said, maybe the safety cars helped him out a little bit as well. But he's had a couple of spins and still come back to get on the podium. So a great result from him. Sid says in the chat as well, he's got his first points. So well done to him as well. He finished P8 in the end. But yeah, a fantastic end to that race. So I'll get the 3 guys in the party. Just take race director for Mr. Piggle.
Yeah, and we'll just go through the rest of the grid as we're waiting for that. We have Willie Bum in the McLaren, just missing out on that podium in P4. Michael's P5. The Flow started off pole, it just didn't seem to go his way at P6. David in P7, starting from 19th on the grid. Definitely them late safety cars have helped him, but what a drive. Sid, as we said, just picked up his first points of the season. Again, a great drive from him. TJ, who stuck it into the wall on the last straight in P9, and P10 rounding off the points in the Haas is Skull Kid.
Good evening, gents.
Evening.
Good evening, mate. Our race winner in the party. We're just waiting on second and third, or I think Frenchie's in. We'll see if Rare Winter will join us. Our P3 man. We'll send him one more invite. If not, we'll just obviously get on with it. But yeah, that was a exciting last 10 laps, lads.
It was.
Definitely. Oh dear.
Dear. I think I'll be going to P3 after my 5-second penalty will be applied from last race.
Still mean though that you'll take Championship League, mate. I think.
Wait, does that mean
I
I won the race then?
Well, it
Got
depends
that.
if you've got any penalties against you. If anyone puts any tickets in. So we've got to wait for the stewards' reports coming out before the final standings.
I thought I did a clean race, but
I don't know, mate.
yeah,
I
kid
kept
joining
clean,
mid
but
race. I don't know why. Saying about him, someone crashing into him. I think was it Mongo? Somebody? Then
I don't know, mate.
don't know.
I've not seen anything yet.
So I think we'll just quickly move on to these interviews because it is going to be getting quite late soon. Monkey, do you want to take our race winner or our P2 man? As it looks like our P3 debutant doesn't want to join us.
I'll take P2. I'll take Frenchie.
My man.
No problem.
So, yes, Mr. Frenchie, P2 on the track. Looks like P1 providing no decisions coming for you in the stewards. But anyway, P2 on the track. You broke the Twitter curse, I'll say that.
Wow.
Got cursed tonight and managed to have a really good race. So well done. Obviously P2 here last season as well, if you remember. But
Yeah.
another great race there. Quali for you. How did that go? Do you think you could got any more out of the best lap that you actually eventually did put in?
Well, I think in quali, I there was a spun AlphaTauri, and I had to move out of the way, so I couldn't improve by much. But I definitely probably could have got up to P3 or something like that. But I don't know. But it's a great effort from my teammate anyway. Getting P1, proud of him. Respect. Yeah.
And we saw in the race that you obviously started on the medium tyre. Safety car came out. We generally thought you might go for the hard, sort of try and go to the end. And then obviously we saw the soft come out. Was that always going to be your strategy going into the race?
Well, I'll be honest. I was meant to go on to hards, but for some reason, it's just like,
Right.
hello, I'll put you on medium. Soft, sorry. So I was like, okay, I'll go on to softs, and it actually worked out for a while. So I went up to first, and it was really good. And then, yeah, gained a 2 second advantage on, and then I just pitted to for the mediums, and then obviously I guess Blunt caught on to what I was doing, so he went onto the softs, and I couldn't manage to get him at the end there, but well done, Blunt, on that anyway.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and then obviously later on in the race, you were on those softs for quite a while, having a good few battles with people, getting towards the front of the pack. Eventually, you did take the lead. I mean, were you tempted at any point to then come back into the pits for another fresh set of softs? I think for that second to last safety car, was all about track position for you from then on?
Well, I didn't really have any more softs available, so I had to go onto the mediums, and I was like, so I just went onto the mediums again. So it's like medium, soft, medium. Thought that would work out, but yeah, then I realised that Blunt went onto the softs, and yeah, a bit worried from there, really. But yeah, I mean, it managed to keep the P2 anyway, so that
They
worked out
were new
anyway.
softs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Great result for yourself, obviously. Next week we go to Monza. Obviously, a lot of straight line speed rather in there. But, how did you feel for that one?
It's probably just sorting his mic out.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, pretty decent at Monza, so good luck catching me. But yeah.
What were your
Yeah,
0-0 win?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Let's go with that 0-0 ring. Yeah.
Sweet.
Nah, no. No, I'm not. Yeah, I won't. But yeah, I won't tell you that. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty decent at Monza anyway, so a good challenge. If there is anyone that's pretty fast there, and I'll see what I can do. Yeah.
All right, well done once again. Obviously, great finish for yourself and Williams tonight. Crossco, if you want to take it away with our race winner.
Yeah, no problem. Just want to say great race and well done, Frenchie, on that P2 for now. Moving on to our race winner on the track, Blunt Blade. It's nice to have you back on the podium. Haven't seen you since Silverstone, I think it was, in the main race there. Just starting off with quali.
I don't think I finished on the podium in Silverstone. I was top 10, but not podium. What was the track
Just
before?
looking back. I'm saying British Grand Prix Silverstone P3.
Was it?
Yeah. But anyway, moving on. P11N quali. Was that all the pace you had, or was there something going on the track that forced you just not to get that?
It's just traffic. It's short quality now. Everyone each to their own and stuff like that. But on this short track, it's a bloody nightmare. You like have people trying to get offline and half on the track, doing the best and having to lift. You know what I mean? My first run, I thought, yeah, great, no problem. Absolutely smashed it. But my second run, I just couldn't get a clean lap in. So I was like, never mind. Knew I had a lot of race pace. So it was just grin and bear it, basically. Managed to get into a good position and extended my mediums to 22, 23. And obviously, me and Epic were battling quite well then after that last safety car. Well, not the last safety car, the one before. And he got me, and I was just trying to stay in his DRS, which I did for a couple of laps, and then I was coming in anyway and saw him dive in. I was like, well, he's already done the softs. Unless he's got another pair of softs, I won't be able to catch him. But he went to the mediums. I thought, all right, this is it. I've got a fresh, nice shiny set of softs. So I was like, yep, that was my plan. Was supposed to do hards, but I just extended and extended. I think I had 60% wear on my mediums and still pushing quite hard. So I was quite happy with that.
Yeah, that was just one on to what I was going to ask you. So we've seen you went 21, 22 laps on them mediums. I think
Yeah.
you just pitted the lap before the safety car came out, the first full safety car.
Yeah.
Obviously, that would have caught you out a bit unlucky. You probably would have been a bit about 7 or 8 seconds up the field, a bit more if you had waited that one extra lap. But you say 60%, that seems pretty good for me. I would have thought they would have been puncture range. But fair play to you.
It was one of those. It was like, shall I go another lap? Shall I not? But I saw Epic went in. I was like, well, why not? I'll just tow me around the track. And
Obviously,
I thought I did him in the pit stop because I had a 2.1 pit stop, the best I've ever done. And I was like, here we go. And he just sneaked out in front. I was like, damn it. I thought I'd pinch his position, but no, I didn't. And we caught up behind, everyone pitted for the next safety car, apart from Tattoo Star. And it was just like, game on. I knew I had to get them before the DRS came up. So, got the first run, and coming back onto the pitch straight, it was like, do or die. I got such a great tow from the pair of them coming out the final corner. I was like, yep, into the first corner. And that was it. I just tried extending, but Epic being Epic just stayed in that magical 1 second zone, which is gutting. I tried my best. But fair play to him. It was an absolutely awesome race.
yeah, great race. I think from the both of you, you really showed what this tier is capable of. So it is, although we've had some stuff that happened tonight, used to have been the shining light. Monkey, is there anything you'd like to ask?
And you've already asked it all. Well done, Blunt Blade, obviously. Yeah, championship lead. One more race to a 2-week break. So, yeah, looking like an interesting end to the season for yourself.
Yeah, well, obviously you don't see what happens to other people. It's like me and Epic and Tattoo Star were battling after we obviously made the pass into turn 1. And then all of a sudden it pops up that he's crashed, and it's all like, he's out the session. Just like, why? How? You know what I mean? And it's like, is that going to be a virtual? Is that going to be a safety car? And then obviously Scotsman's did the same, who's my championship rival. And I was just like, well, there goes my championship rival, Mick Vit. Bless him, he got taken out. So yeah, the party chat was full of expletives, so I can't repeat. But yeah, I just knuckled down. Then it was just like, well, I'm on my own. I've got to do it for the Aston Martin boys in the team. So that's the way it is. And depending on penalties, we'll see where that lies later on in the week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't drop too far down the order, but I thought I had quite a clean race. I thought Epic had quite a clean race as well, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, congratulations, Blunt, on the race win on track. And we'll see, with that 5-second penalty hanging over you already, if that does keep you as championship leader, or if Scotsman's got away with it.
I wouldn't mind if they just go, can I go to Monza? Because I'm not very good at Monza, and I'll say that now. So it's like, can I move that to Monza so I could just keep my race win? But I don't think the stewards will allow that. I'd love it if they could, but they can't. So I'm gutted. So yeah, but you'll possibly inherit my first place.
I'll be honest. Yeah. I can't believe we went 3 wide. Me, you went out 2. That was crazy. At the end of in the first corner.
You've got to trust who you race with, and
Yeah.
there is a few people that I would trust, quite simply. Other people, you pray to God before you make the move that they're not going to do anything. But I do believe that something needs to be done about some standards, but that's not for me to do. I can sit here with my own opinion all day, every day. But yeah, when you trust the drivers that you can drive against, absolutely spot on.
Yeah, that was clean. The 3 wide. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I hope it was. But
Yeah,
I
I
had the inside
it
line.
was.
I was like, I'm just
Yeah.
sticking to the curb, and I stuck to the curb, and I managed to get out the curb. It was I'll get off the corner, so happy days.
Anyway, I think we'll quickly move on and then this stream, as I think it's went on a bit too long tonight.
No, it's all good.
Congratulations on both of you. Quickly, Monkey, before we end the stream, our driver of the day.
Well, I've just read some little bits in the Tier 4 chat. Potentially some clips coming for this driver. Don't know that yet, but we'll soon find out. But I still think, regardless, first race for him, he's gained 7 positions and he's literally nabbed third on the line. I've got to give it to Rail Winter today. 2 spins as well, but he's fought back and got on the podium. So yeah, he's driver of the day today for me.
Yeah, well done to Rare Winter for that driver of the day on his debut for the Mercedes. Make sure to catch us next week where we will be taking on Monza. And first of all, will be the Tier 3s on the Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. So make sure to tune in then. This has been Crossgrey 1888, joined by Monkey.
Yeah, thank you very much, Cross Kerry, obviously, having me again tonight. Good little partnership we have on Sundays sometimes, and another good race to watch. So hopefully we'll see another one next week.
Yep, hopefully
GG's,
that
guys.
is the case.
GG's. Well done.
And from us all here at FPRL, it is a good night.
Good night, boys.
Night, boys.